Hello, good day, and welcome to the channel. This is Quinn here on the YouTube channel Quinn's Cars, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove the trunk trim piece on a 2006 to 2012 Ford Fusion. Now, I know you guys want to get into it, you don't want to hear me speak, but just a couple things I need to tell you to make this a little bit easier to do, to follow along the video, and to do the removal. Number one, the only tool you should need is an 11mm wrench and or an 11mm socket. Now, that is all you need for the removal. Also, a Phillips head screwdriver if you want to take out the license plate lights, which we'll get to after. Number two, in 2010, they facelifted the Ford Fusion and they changed a lot of stuff on the trunk as well. So if you have a 2010 to 2012 Ford Fusion, then the trim piece that you're removing might be shaped a little bit differently, therefore have a couple of different connections, but it should be very well the same. Number three, this is just very quick little one here. I am painting the trim piece on my car here black with plasti dip. I do have a little bit of that in the video, but I do not get into it until I remove the piece completely. So if you're just here for the piece removal, then perfect, just watch the whole video. Once it's off, then you don't have to watch it anymore. And sorry for the watermark, I'm only using my phone for an editor because my other editor isn't working. Let's get started. Very easy to do. What you're going to do is you're going to open up your trunk, and the first step is going to be, number one, removing all these poppers. Now, it's very easy to do, and there's going to be one here that you need to remove, here, here, and here. I thought that would be enough, but the carpet didn't move out of the way enough, so there's going to be one over here, and there's going to be one over here as well. These ones, or these ones, you should not have to even touch. And that's step one. And before I move on to the next step, I might as well show you what the poppers look like. They just look like that. I didn't use a removal tool. I literally just used a flathead screwdriver, which does give you a bit more chance of breaking them, but because they're inside the trunk, you're probably fine. So a flathead screwdriver should be fine. Let's go on to step two. Now we're on to step two, which is basically just removing every single thing that's holding that chrome piece in. So we have our carpet down. I'm zoomed out to show you exactly where we're working. So let's zoom in here. And first there's going to be 5 11mm bolts. Quick little edit there, guys. There's only 4 bolts. Not 5, only 4. Here's one here on the very left. Hard to see because there's not a lot of light in there. Then there's one just to the right of it, already removed. Then there's one right smack dab in the middle. Now I could be wrong, but I think that one in the middle might be attached to that emblem instead of just here, because this emblem and this chrome piece, they look separate. Now when I move them, they moved like they're attached, so I could be very wrong by saying that, but yeah, that's that. So there's our middle one, and then there's just one here, and then there's one up in here just like on the other side. And the only other thing is there's just some little holders that hold that in there that are just gonna have to pop out after we undo all those bolts. So just keep that in mind. If it's not coming out after the bolt, it's because you got to get these little white pieces through. And that's that. And also, the only other thing that we need to remove, now we don't need to take out the bulb because you actually do the bulb from the outside, but it's these 2 license plate bulbs. If you want to change the bulbs, you just unscrew them from there. But if you want to unattach this chrome piece, you actually have to take off this harness, which is very simple. You give it a pinch and you take it off, and that's good. And then there's just another one over here for the number 2. Give it a nice little pinch and take it off. Then that chrome piece should be good to come out. And I'm going to go ahead and undo those other bolts that I still left on. This bolt here should not have to come out. That one there is probably for the spoiler or just something else that's higher up than that chrome piece. But don't touch that one. Now, before we move on to the washing step, I just want to show you guys what's on the back of this here. This might help you guys remove it. So on the first one here, yes, there's a bolt. Now remember, this is going to be upside down when it's on your car. But on this side, there's a bolt. Now again, here, I was wrong. I said there was 5 bolts, there's only 4. That just needs to be pinched and you can pop that right out. Probably the most annoying thing about this whole thing, taking it off. Light bulb. Middle bolt. Light bulb. And 2 more spots for screws. And the emblem is attached. And there is a bulb there and a bulb there. Just use a Phillips head to get those out. And that's pretty much it for the removal. Now, if you want to see the finished product at the end of the video and just a couple of steps for painting, but it's not really a tutorial, then stay tuned. Now, the next step is going to be just washing this thing. All I'm going to do is just scrub it down with some warm soapy water. Then I'm going to put some alcohol on it to take off any grease. And then it's going to be painting. Because we're using plasti dip, we don't need to wet sand this thing at all. We don't need all that getting wet, so I might as well take those out now. And there it is, boys. I think it looks really, really good. I find Plasti Dip, it does have a little bit, because I sprayed it with a can, a little bit of that, oh, it's hard to see. Has a bit of that like orange, there it is. Has a bit of that orange peel texture to it, but that's fine. I'm not too picky about it. I also just did the badge black. If I really wanted to, I could just peel that off. But I like it black now. I'm gonna keep it. Sorry for the voice crack. That rust spot, I did put a little bit of black Plasti Dip, obviously not a permanent fix, but it just makes it look a little bit harder to see, not brown. Those taillights, all that chrome is going to be going black. I'm gonna do a video on that as well. That's gonna be a bit more of a challenging one to do. Gotta put it in the oven. Just did my wheels gold. They're a little dirty as well, so they don't look as bright as they normally do, but they still look pretty good. And then this front grille is gonna be all going black. That one down there. See the light bar there? Got a video on how to put that in there as well. That all those chrome strips are gonna be going black. And that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to see me painting the tail lights black, I might put an LED strip going all around there too. Please subscribe to the channel and check it out. I hope this video helped you guys out. And summer's starting, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic one. I'm going to try to keep uploading more regularly, but I can't make any promises. Thank you very much for watching. Quinn's Cars, we are out of here. I'm going to go spend some time with the doggy. Have a great one, guys. Take her easy.